Hello everybody, welcome back to my channel. In today's video, I'm really excited to bring you part 3 of our kids activity series. The response to the first 2 videos have been amazing. Thank you so much for all the love and support. I know how challenging it can be to keep little ones entertained, whether you're a mom, a daycare worker or a babysitter. So I've put together some new activities that I hope will make your days a little easier and a lot more fun. So let's get started. So my 3.5-year-old son Omar has been completely obsessed with cars lately. I decided to come up with a few car themed activities that I thought he'd enjoy. I took a large piece of cardboard and turned it into a mini parking lot by drawing 14 parking spaces. I labeled each spot with a number so it looked just like a real parking lot. Two,
Yeah.
3, 4, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Okay, that's it. So for that I used some round stickers and wrote numbers on them. And the idea is to place these stickers on the parking space. I did the same with 14 of Omar's toy cars, sticking matching numbers on top of each car. The idea was for Omar to match the number on the car with the corresponding parking space and park the cars in the right spot. Now this was a bit of a challenge for Omar at first. Unlike my other kids, he's still working on recognizing his numbers, and it just goes to show how each child learns at their own pace. He struggled a bit, especially with bigger numbers. Anything that comes after 10, actually anything that comes after 7, was a bit tricky for him. But that's okay. It's become a learning journey for both of us. I had to guide him a little more than I expected, but I could see him slowly starting to grasp the concept. Despite the initial struggle, Omar really enjoyed this activity. It was so rewarding to see his excitement as he matched the cars to the parking spaces. Plus, it was a great way for him to learn and practice his numbers while doing something he loves. So if you have a little one who's into cars, this is a fun educational activity to try out. And I hope the kids will enjoy it as much as Omar did. Good job. The next activity we did was Magneti Bowling, which turned out to be a big hit with all my kids. Omar and even my older ones, who are 9 and 5, enjoyed it. All 3 of my kids were really into it. The concept is super simple but really fun. We set up the magnetiles like bowling pins, as you can see in the video, and the goal was to knock them down with a ball. The concept was to see who could knock down the most magnetiles with one throw. Whoever managed to get the most magnetiles knocked over or closed would collect them, and at the end, the one with the most magnetiles won the game. Hope that made sense. The third activity we did was ice cube art, which was a bit of an experiment but turned out to be a lot of fun. I thought it would be cool to give the kids some ice cubes and let them paint over it. The idea was to create colorful melting artwork, and I have to say I actually enjoyed painting over the ice cubes myself. It was so soothing. But Omar, being the little curious one, he decided to turn this into his own game. Instead of focusing on the painting, he was more fascinated by transferring the ice cubes from the bowl to a mug, then back again. He spent a good amount of time just moving the ice cubes back and forth, and he was having a blast doing it while Aisha was enjoying all the painting over the ice. The next activity was a bit of a spontaneous one that I came up with just to keep the kids occupied for a while. I had some empty cereal box and a syrup bottle lying around, so I thought why not let them paint these. I gave them some paints and brushes and told them they could go wild, paint the entire box or the squeezy bottle however they liked. At first, they were really into it and had fun getting creative with their designs, but I'll be honest, the excitement didn't last too long. They did get bored with it pretty quickly. I think it's one of those activities that some kids might really enjoy, while others might lose interest after a bit. So, there's no harm in giving it a try with your own kids. Every child is different, and you never know, they might just love it. The next activity is one that Omar really enjoys, and we do it quite often. I start by drawing a pattern on a sheet of paper, usually just a simple line or curved shape. Then I give Omar some pink and yellow round stickers and ask him to stick them onto the line, following a pink-yellow pattern. In the beginning, he was following the pattern just like that, and later he became a little restless and it was all yellows in one place and pinks in the other. It's a simple task, but it keeps him focused and he has a lot of fun peeling the sticker and placing them on the line. After a while, his sister was helping him because the line I drew was pretty long, so he was getting tired. Next up is another car parking activity. As I mentioned earlier, Omar absolutely loves these type of activities. This one is super simple. I took some tape and stuck it on the floor to create parking spaces. I asked him to park all his cars in a single line within the tape. He enjoyed it so much that he even asked me for more tape to create additional parking slots. He spent a good amount of time sticking the tape and parking all his cars, having a lot of fun with it. It was such a simple setup, but it kept him entertained for a while. Next, I decided to try out the tape bridge activity I had seen all over Pinterest while looking for kids' activity ideas. The plan was to use white tape to create a bridge and then have the kids stick their mini Lego figurines, animals, and other small toys on it as if they were crossing the bridge. Unfortunately, this didn't go quite as planned. After a while, the tape couldn't hold the weight and started sagging, making the activity a bit of a flop. It was also turning upside down. But we didn't give up. We decided to repurpose the idea into a bridge for toy cars. Of course, Omar was the happiest. Hamad, my eldest, helped me with this one. We used 2 strips of sellotape as the base and added paper straws underneath for support. Popsicle sticks are usually used to support the bridge, but I didn't have it. So I just cut the straw into half and I used that. The kids really enjoyed sticking the straws on the tape, and soon enough we had a sturdy and lovely looking bridge ready. You can ride on top of it. Yeah, it's a bridge. Omar was thrilled to drive his toy cars over the bridge and played with it for quite a while. Next time we're thinking of making a bigger bridge, so that's definitely something we'll try in the future. Despite the initial hiccup, it turned out to be a fun and successful activity. I hope you guys will definitely give this one a try. Next up, we had some fun with cups and ball pit balls. The first game is great for kids to play with each other or with you. Each child sits on opposite sides of a table holding a cup in their hands. The goal is to slide the ball from one cup to the other, catching it with a cup and passing it back and forth. It's a simple yet engaging game that really gets them focusing on coordination and teamwork. Another fun game with the cups and balls involved a bit more challenge. This time I had the kids flip the cups upside down and use them to transfer the ball from one cup to the other. The goal was to balance the ball in the cup while moving it carefully without letting it fall. It was a great exercise in concentration and steady hands, and the kids enjoyed trying to keep the ball from dropping as they moved it between cups.
Omar did that, Omar.
Yay! Then my eldest Hamad came up with a great twist on the cup and ball games. He decided to hide the ball under one of the 4 cups, then shuffle the cups around and challenge the kids to find which cup the ball was under. It turned out to be pretty easy for Aisha, but it was tough for Omar. It was fun game, and it was engaging way to test their observation and memory skills. And Hamad had a great time playing the game with his siblings. For the next activity, I slid balls across the table towards Omar, and he had to catch them in a cup. Once he caught them, he would then drop the balls into a basket placed underneath the table. He really enjoyed this game and was happily occupied for a while. It was a fun way for him to practice his catching skills and hand-eye coordination, and he had a great time with it. Next, Omar was ready for a new activity, so I set up something a bit different. I drew a simple baby face and glued pieces of paper on the head to create curly hair. Then we stuck the hair strands on the head of the baby, like how it's shown in the video. I just showed Omar how to do it, and then he was enjoying sticking most of the hair strands by himself. Then Omar had a great time snipping through the curly hair with his scissors. It was a wonderful activity that I got from the Instagram page Itsy Bitsy Aiden, along with a few other activities that I've shown in this video. I hope you enjoyed this entire video. If you haven't seen them yet, be sure to check out part 1 and part 2 of our kids activities series. I'll post the links in the description. If you like this video, please share this with your family and friends. Give it a thumbs up and leave a comment. I'd love to hear your feedback. And if you haven't subscribed to my channel yet, please do so. That's all for now. Thank you so much for watching, and see you next time.